Alright, I want to show us a practical working example with PHP using a sign-in form. So we already have this sign up form here. So we'll just copy this already created and paste it here. Alright, so we have that. So the first thing we will do is to load our PHP. So we're working with our PHP instead of our HTML. So we have this form there. Now what we want to do is put our PHP within our HTML. So we've done that, and we can call our submit button post, give it a name. We have email equals to post. Then we'll call it what we call it an email, which is in the form already, right? Let's give you a name. I'll give it to be submit. Alright, so save that. Then we have the password also. We are using a post method. We are going to be giving it the password. Then if we run this, we'll have an error. Tell us key not defined because we have not yet submit our button. To avoid this, we use what we call the if statement called insert. This will tell them that until something is done, let this function don't run. So we'll put it here. So it will be expecting an action to be done. So it's telling us syntax, token, and line 3 we know, because at this line 3 it's telling us something to need to be done. So we say whenever we click on the post, whenever we click on the post method, the button name is submit, and let this action happen. So you see that that's why we clear the error. And if we've done that, the best way to declare our function, our if, is to call an get this value. So we want to reset them. Alright, we're not going too much vetting for our email. We'll just say if this is a nested if email is equal to empty. Instead of, we're going to echo please enter email to continue to submit form, or just write free email cannot be empty. So we'll do that for the password or likewise. So we can also come down and write it here also. So we can, instead of wasting that, I can use the logical statement, which has to do with this, or we can use the or statement, whatever you want to use. So let's use the or. So if this is empty or this is empty, let it not run. So let it tell us all code field cannot be empty. So we have that there. So we can take this and put here. So if we try that now, I click on this. So it says field cannot be empty. We don't want to be displaying our result here. We want to do the same down here. So we'll do a PHP function right here that will grab our result here. So we'll say PHP. We'll say if insert, alright, then we want to get something out. We'll get its variable is equals to empty. We don't want to run anything. Or it's not empty, sorry, that we want to run something. It's far more better. What do we want to run? Okay, this is not empty. We have already called it here. That's what we want to run. We want to echo wherever it's been done, which is the message. Alright, so we'll come here and place it here so it be straight. Alright, so we have the message here. Close that. And so for which this said you cannot use this app and the result of expression, you have to use none. In that case, we will remove our insert and let it go when this is not empty. So the only way to do that now is to come and declare our message here to be empty. So when it's empty, we don't get any result displayed. Alright, so say on the right message in line 2. So let's see that. So we have this message. Sorry, is equals to empty. So we have that. So we don't have an error. Citadel's field cannot be empty. So we'll come down here and instead of giving this, we'll call this a message. And we create it. So we'll run this now. We have it somewhere here, which we know where we want to have it. So we need to change the location and bring it to inside after our P. So it's working very fine. So but it's not started and it's not giving us a warning. So the best way to do that is to instead of echoing the message direct, you can echo a p tag. Alright, the best way I do this is simply come here and say if this is this, yeah. Alright, I bring this down. Well, let's use the short way. Just come here, start your P. Alright, and your style. Ensure you use the single quote here. You'll not be able to use a double quote. So let's use a single quote. and we say color theme. This is inline styling. Then text align. We want it to be center. So we have done this. We can come here and put our double stroke this here and put our message. So that's it. So come here now and reload. Field cannot be empty. So we have our warning sign there. So we have this first verification. Then S, we want to check if the password is correct and the emails are correct. So, or I can just leave that for assignment for you. Then I can say if it is not empty, it's not empty, let it tell us message and say user login. Alright, so it works that way now. So if I come here and reload, I will have, if it's not empty, I will have user successful. But if it's empty, it will give me that. So I want you to create a nested if to indicate if the password is empty. Because now if we have just this and this is empty, tell us field cannot be empty. But we want to tell him that password cannot be empty, user cannot be empty. So do the work example with that. Then also validate that. Now if I want to create a welcome form, I can easily do that with my PHP and come here and say everything here is good. So I can just come here and say in this form I will move everything here. We get to the down. Alright, so I will say here will be our welcome form. Alright, and Sam, then so that will be a good one. So let's do that. So instead of telling us use that successfully, we can use a PHP code called the header location and put that there and string comma. Then we can tell you where to go to the index of HTML and so if we quickly press any button, it will go to welcome successfully. But we want to show us the user where email instead of the name. So what do we do? Here we will convert it here to the welcome page. If you want to use any PHP, it has to be in a PHP form. So we'll convert here now to welcome.php. So change it back now to welcome PHP. Alright, so if we come here, we can get the user details from here by just keeping our PHP within the line, and we don't need to put this PHP, so I'm going to echo it direct, and we don't want to use the echo statement, so we can say just post. Alright, the post has been sent, so we can grab that also and we can call it email and close this. So let's see that. So we reload. Okay, we have gone from there, so we can reload this again and type this, and we can. It's telling us email file post successful. Let's be welcome. Email key cannot be found. It's simple because we have not used the word. We sent it, but we didn't send it to the user page, and we didn't send any image details alongside with it. So these are one little errors we can get, but we can do that using a ID. All right, let's do that using an ID and say email and equals to, and we can now put our email here. All right, you might not get this as it is here, but if you put this in a double quotes, you will have your email showing for you. So if we reload it, for instance, come back with reload, click on this and this, so you have it showing here, which is your get method now. So we want to get that ID and show that here. So to do that, we'll come to our welcome page. Instead of using the post method, which will not be transferred unless be sent to the particular page, we can use the get method. So we add that. So the name is there, welcome. We successfully signed in. So these are PHP works, and these are work example for our login in PHP. Create a simple login form using our if condition, and we did that here. All right, so your project will come very shortly, so you know how to do all this alongside.